Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is KathiLee, Crafting with KathiLee. Thank you for stopping by today. If you don't already know me, take a look at a few of my past videos and you might get a little idea of what I'm all about. I am a crafter. I work full-time. I have a lot of fun things I do with my crafty friends, thankfully. I've found things to keep me busy as my husband and I are empty nesters. And so I am very fortunate to have a wonderful group of friends, and especially a wonderful group of friends who papercraft and craft and like to do fun things. One of my favorite things to do is to go on workshops and retreats and crops and just enjoy my time visiting and getting ideas from others. So without further ado, this is going to be a project done with a holiday cheer collection. I think I did a flip through of this earlier. I'm not 100% sure though. So this is a holiday cheer collection and I made a little folio with it. And so I have the folio made. I already did my fussy cutting and my tearing and all of that. So we could just do a little assembly here. I don't think I'll get it all done in this video, but we'll see how we do. Thanks for stopping by. Hit the like button if you like the video, subscribe, and check out my other social media links and such in the comments or the description of the video. So here we go. The folio is just a simple, let me screen back out there. Ooh, too much, then you can see too much of my mess. Okay, the folio is just craft paper, and I kind of distress the very edges so that they won't show so much. Just a real simple, this will be the cover, this will be the back, this will have two flips here. This is like a gatefold, but up and down instead of. So in the gatefold inside here, there'll be something in here and it'll go over there. And then we have a flip here and there we go. So like I said, I pre-cut my papers. I have my glue here, my handy dandy Barely Arts glue bottle that might have Barely Arts or it might have our glitter glue. To me, they're practically interchangeable. So I also have my scissors in case I forgot to cut something, and my distress inks in case I did not distress something. I did pre-distress most of it, but some of it I didn't get cut before I wanted to start this video. So I'll try not to get my hands too much in here. Please forgive my hands. They are cracked. They are dry. I've got a boo-boo. I bruise really easily, so don't be concerned if you see bruises on my arms or my hands. I just have always bruised easily, so please don't be concerned. I've actually gotten comments from almost strangers before on how come I have so many bruises on my arms. Sometimes, like this one, is most likely when one of my dogs jumped up on me. This one could be anything. I have no idea. Probably I was trying to get something and I hit something or whatnot. So for my first page, it's going to be my cover. I don't think I'm going to 3D anything, but just in case, I better get my foam tape, because I might just decide to distress something. So I'm going to put this here just in case I need it somewhere. All right, so here's one of the images. This was a 2-page thing. I think it was like this. I cut him out. I cut this page out for my cover, part of my cover, and I decided I was going to lay her on top there so they could both fit. So I've already deckled with just a tearing ruler. I deckled the edges. I did, looks like I already distressed. So this is going to be pretty quick. I am going to open this up so I can get a better look at what I'm doing here. I like to use a little bit of adhesive. I love my ATG gun. I have other adhesives that work similarly to this, but I like the ATG gun because I don't have to refill it because it has a great big roll. Now watch, I'm going to run out during this. Okay, so unfortunately the ATG guns are no longer, I don't think they're being manufactured anymore. You might be able to find one at a garage sale or on a buy sale. You can get, this is a 1/4 inch ATG gun. I think the 1/2 inch ATG guns are still, for as far as the width of the tape, I think the 1/2 inch ones might still be sold. And I found out from a friend that you can put a 1/4 inch roll in the 1/2 inch gun. So that's a nice trick. Okay, so I'm just going to put that down, and I'm maybe a little wonky. Oh well, maybe. Yeah, it's a little off, but we're going to decorate it, so we'll be okay. So I did distress her edges, didn't I? Yeah, I distressed her edges. I was thinking about popping her up to give a little dimension. But I think just having her on top gives that little bit of feel of dimension. I might add a little more distressing to this. I have been on the SilverandSparkles design team. I think it was like maybe last May. Oh, I didn't cut that out. I think it was like maybe last May or something like that. Might have been June. Okay, I've got to get my little cutting mat here. And my X-Acto. And oh gosh, you guys are going to see me use an X-Acto. Please don't call for help. My husband doesn't really trust me with X-Acto knives. I can't say I exactly blame him because I have had some accidents. But okay, so I just want to cut out these couple areas here. Not going to be too worried about making it precise. My problem is I usually never cut deep enough, but this is actually my circle and oval die mat, but I do use it for cutting other stuff. I have a little tiny green cutting mat from the Dollar Tree that I really like for these kind of projects, but this one was handy, so that's what I'm using. Are you guys ready for Christmas? I'm doing this video just a couple days before Christmas. I probably should be wrapping presents or something. We are not quite done with our candy making and baking. I think we're pretty much done with candy making. There's a couple things that I didn't have time to make yet, but I would like to make. But they aren't make or break. They aren't like family tradition ones that anybody would be really worried about if I don't make it. But I like some of the things, so I might try to get it in tomorrow. We're making fadimon, which is a Norwegian fried cookie. I say Norwegian because my ex-husband, that's what his grandma said it was. Although I don't necessarily remember his grandma being Norwegian, but if you are Danish, you may call it a Danish fried cookie or pastry. If you're Polish, you might call it a Polish one. If you are Italian, you might call it an Italian one. But I've always known it as a, oh, I'm not being very careful there, as a Norwegian one. But it's a really light, not super sweet. The sweetness, I mean, there's sugar in it, but if you don't want it really sweet, you just simply don't sprinkle powdered sugar on it at the end, because that's what really sweetens it up. So I think we might make that possibly before, well, we'll probably make it on the 23rd, so that my daughter can take it with her to my ex-mother-in-law's house, her grandmother's house, to share some with her. Lots of times we go there and make fadimon together with my younger daughter and with my youngest daughter and my older daughter, but we did not do that this year. So okay, there's my front cover. So I think I'm going to go into this page now. For this page, I wanted to do a little pocket. I did not distress it, so I will go ahead and distress it. I probably will add something to the front of this pocket. I just haven't decided what. I have, like I said, I pre-cut a bunch of stuff, but then I have all these tags and bits and bobs for decorating later. That part I probably won't get done today, so we'll get the base of the folio with the main pages done, and then I will have to come back and show you what it looks like with everything in it, just because I didn't quite have enough time. Now, do I want to go this way or this way? This way. Okay. Sometimes I don't exactly have a plan. Now I'm probably going to get stuff all over my cutting mat. I make a real mess when I do tutorials. This is not my crafting desk. This is my it's a side table to my office desk. And it is one, oops, I want this down first. It is one that if I have friends over to craft, they use the side table to craft on. And sometimes we'll craft together on the side table. Other times I'll use my main desk area. But this is also where I record. So it gets a little cluttered and messy. So sorry about that. But I usually can clear a space. But I am really messy. So this is simply a piece of foam board covered with contact paper, because then I can just throw it out and start over. This is a hot mess here, but luckily the recipient of this won't even know. I will know, but maybe over time I'll forget what the mistakes even were. So I'm not worried too much, because this is going inside and it's just gonna sit right in here, so it's inside the pocket. And it's going to be the background page. And I'll probably put a tag in here. Oh, where's my little scraper so I can burnish this in. Okay, now, is there any glue left on here? It still looks tacky, but I'm going to add a little more just in case. So if you haven't been here before, we are empty nesters. I have my husband's daughter, who was grown when we met and got married. She is, gosh, in January she will be 37, I think. I'll have to look that up because I can never remember, but don't feel bad for her, because I can't usually remember how old I am, so it's a standing joke. So I'm going to put something on here. We'll tuck some stuff in there, maybe just photo mats. I'm not sure. Okay, so next I think was oh, I think this is what I was going to do something with that. I'm not sure. What did I do? I added this. Maybe I didn't put a number on here. Okay, we're going to set this aside because I can't remember where this one goes. So here we have, I think this was going to tuck in here somehow, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll just sit that out of there right now. Okay, and so for this one, I cut this little lady out, and this will be the bottom. And it's not going to quite line up because there's going to be a gap. So I could put it closer so there's not as much of a gap. I think that's what I'll do. And I'm just going to go ahead and use glue on this. I keep questioning whether or not I distressed this, but I did. I should move this up. If I move this up, I'll remember to keep in sight. And I did print most of these double-sided, as you can see. So it was, I think I had to reprint some of them that I wanted to use images more than once off of it. Okay, so instead of having that distance, I'm just going to go up just a wee bit more so the gap on here won't be quite so obvious. It'll still be there, but that's okay because that's just the way it's going to be. So, Pam with SilverandSparkles, the images she uses to create her kits. Oh man, am I making a mess? Okay, the images she uses to create her kits are always top quality. Her kits, now, of course, your kits are only going to print as good as the printer you have. But her kits are very vibrant. She just puts oodles and oodles of stuff into them. And so you guys can't see what I'm doing, because, which is okay because I'm not being very precise on this. It's not like these are going to be put in a backpack and carried around town. You know, I mean, probably they're going to be on a bookshelf or in a, like mine are in a curio cabinet, the ones I keep. I put in a curio cabinet. I'm trying to get better about giving them away. And then people say, well, what do you do with one of these? Well, if there's any blank spots, you can journal or you can put pictures. This one's more like a book one, although you could put pictures in them. But I don't do very good on cutting these together. Okay. Oh, so I didn't tear this side. Well, I don't think anybody's going to care. I'm going to care, but oh well, too late now. So I should have torn this edge too, and I did not. So that was silly of me, but there we go. And when we flip open this one, excuse me, little elf friend's going to sit in there. And I think I need to trim him. I think I'll tear along this edge to make it fit just a little bit better. So, oh, tearing's not that easy in this, with this Band-Aid on. I've actually had people contact me on my Facebook page or on Instagram to offer me some suggestions on what I can do for my dry cuticles and my rough hands. And y'all, I have the products. I have the technology. I know what I should be doing. I'm just not very, it's not my priority right now. I don't worry too much about my nails right now. This is kind of a pain because when I bake or make candy, I have to make sure I have heavy gloves on, or not heavy gloves, but food safe gloves on, so I don't get anything from my Band-Aid or anything onto my stuff I'm making. But really, I'm not too concerned. I used to have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful nails, and I used to spend a lot of time and getting my nails done, and my natural nails. I chewed my nails all until I was like 16 years old. I would chew them, my brother and I both. And I'm the youngest of 9. I was raised the youngest of 9 kids. And the next youngest to me, he was 1.5 years older. It was my brother, who I was very, very close to. He and I both chewed our fingernails, like terrible. Mine usually didn't get to the point where they bled, but Matthew, his did. And when I was 16, I just decided to start painting my nails and that I was going to quit chewing them. And people I knew from childhood thought there was no way I was ever going to stop chewing my fingernails. And one family in particular that I stayed with a lot when I was little, I actually stayed with them off and on for many years. From the time I was a baby, I stayed with them during the week, and sometimes for a month or more if the weather was bad, because I was a sickly child and I couldn't be in and out all the time. So there was a kindly family who took me in and took care of me. My mother was a few towns away, and she loved me very much, but she at that time was a single mom and just couldn't do for me what she wanted as far as keeping me in from the cold and so forth. Okay, I might add something here. I don't know. So that's that page. And again, you could stick a photo in there. You could put photos in here. I don't know. Do whatever you want to do. Okay, so now I think that might be that page. This is 6. I tried to be so organized about this. That's 7. So this is 7. This is probably this one. Okay. Now this is 7. Which one's 7? Well, let's just put those aside again. Maybe this. Was that 7? That's too wide to be 7. Was this 7? Did I do that? Maybe I did that in there. I think that was 7. So, I don't know. Okay, this was this one. This was this one. Okay, so I do know that. So let's go with those first. Obviously, there's another pocket somewhere. But let's, wow, I might have to wing it because I didn't write those down. There is going to be a pocket here. But where was it? I'm thinking it was here. So there's going to be a pocket there. Okay, let's go ahead and put this one on because I know what I want to do there. So let's go ahead. Sorry, I'm so confused. That one will not fit. Okay, because this one goes here and this one goes here. Okay, sorry guys, I thought I was so with it as far as how I organized this, but obviously I wasn't. So what are you doing for Christmas? Are you going somewhere? Do you have company over? Do you have a huge house full or just a quiet, just a couple of people? My husband and I will most likely be home, just the two of us on Christmas Eve. My kids who live here close by will be going to their grandma's house in the nearby city. And then, so it'll be a quiet evening at home for my husband and I on Christmas Eve. And then on Christmas Day, we'll go to my daughter's house, which is right here in the same town we live in, just right down the street, a few blocks away. And she'll be hosting us and her boyfriend's family for Christmas. And we'll spend Christmas Day there. And last year, his mother and grandma and my husband and I each brought some dishes to help out. But she said this year that her and her boyfriend are doing all the food. We're not supposed to bring anything except ourselves and, well, probably presents. Duh. But, is that right? Gosh. No, this goes here. Nope. That goes there. This goes. I think I really messed this up. Okay, I think this goes here. This one goes here. So, this was not supposed to go there. It was supposed to go here. Oh well, nobody will know, right? I guess. Okay, so what number is this? 2. That says 7. Okay, I had a plan. It went to heck. So this little guy's going to go here. Ooh, I think I like this one better. That one's going to go there. So some of the best laid plans when you're not organized. But again, whoever I give this to, they will not know what my intentions were. They will just look at it. I'm going to be optimistic. They'll look at it and go, whoa, this is so cool. How beautiful, right? I think a lot of people that I gift these things to say, oh, isn't that nice? And then I leave and they go, what am I supposed to do with it? Right? I don't know. For those of you that are paper crafters, maybe you can appreciate it. Some of my scrapbooking friends don't quite understand what it is. And I tell them there aren't a lot of words in mine. Sometimes there are. But it's just a book that kind of tells a story, right? And it's just, I don't know. I don't know what to tell people. I sometimes think if you just don't get it, you just don't get it, right? I didn't get it. When my friend first introduced me to this type of junk journaling, I had no idea what she was doing because I'm a scrapbooker and a card maker, and none of this made sense to me either. So, and it makes sense to me now. I just can't explain it. So, please hope will this fit? Yes. Thank you. No, this one. That'll fit. Okay. All right. So, I don't know. some people, when I go to crops and they're busy making cards and they're making scrapbook layouts and they're putting pictures on scrapbook layouts and just really, really being productive. And here I am cutting out little bits of paper and cutting out little things that, you know, that other people buy a sticker that says that. And here I am making stickers from digital images. And some people don't like digital images. I love them. And like I said, Tam's kits, her digital kits are so affordable. And you're not limited to like 20 pieces of paper. The possibilities as far as how many pages you can print are endless. Because I can print as many pages of this train as I want to. And if I want to layer stuff, I could print this and cut the tree out and then cut the little, whatever those are, candles and rocks, I don't know. I could cut those out and I could multi-layer them and have just loads of fun. And I would never run out unless my ink runs out. Okay. So there's that. So that's... Okay, so first page. Now I got to figure out what I did wrong here. Okay, so I don't think I wanted a pocket right there. But since I put the wrong page there, I think I might go ahead and put it there. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and put a pocket here. Sorry you have to listen to me talk through this. I usually do Christmas shopping throughout the school year or throughout the year, and this year I did not do as much. And so I was doing some last minute shopping the last couple days. I have an Amazon order here that will be, a couple of the items will arrive on the 23rd. I got my Christmas cards mailed really late, but I'll confess, I'm so busy doing fun stuff like this that I don't always get my Christmas cards mailed on time. So the people I send cards to, if they've known me any period of time, they probably would be shocked if their card arrived right on time. Okay, so there's that. So let's take a look. Now I need to do these 2 pages. And I'm sure I had a plan, and it obviously involved this guy because I have a flap like I was going to open it. But I don't know if that's what I want to do. So let's think on that. I'm thinking this one doesn't quite fit there. Fits here. So was it going to go here? I think it was. So let's go with that. 7. This is 7. It doesn't fit on 7. So I'm going to tear it because I don't want to try to cut a straight line, and I'm too lazy right now to go get my trimmer. So here I go. And I didn't use a ruler on that. I have a set of, I know that I have several different sets of tearing rulers. I have a couple metal ones that I've actually, this will come as a surprise to you. I've actually, the metal ones, the metal tearing rulers, I have actually hurt myself before using them, so I tend to not use those. These fun little torn images here, I used the ones I'm currently using. Are a set of 3 from Recollections, and they have a zigzag, big one is zigzag, small zigzag. There is this edge that I've used a little, and I really like this one. I really like that one. And then if you just want waves, you've got the big waves and the little waves. And I don't remember how much that set was, but it was pretty cheap because I probably waited till I had a coupon or until they were on sale. I don't remember which on those. I should have used her. Oh well, there's other projects. And I can print her out again. I have more Christmas paper collections printed than I have time. So rather than set those aside till next year, because next year the designer or the creators will come up with even more pretty images. I will probably try to get a few projects done with these and then just set them aside and do something with them. And that's the cool thing. I could even use some of these if I decide, if I have extras that I'm not going to use as far as certain pages from a collection, I could always use them to wrap gifts or make cards, right? We'll see. We'll see. My husband thinks it's funny because so many of my friends and family, do I want to do that? Sure, why not? So many of my friends and family get store-bought cards, which is just pathetic because I make a ton of cards. I make cards for my swap friends. I make cards for a lot of my crafty friends. I sometimes make cards to sell. And then I find a really nice set of cards somewhere. And that's what I end up using for family and friends. Don't think I have another piece cut out. I think I wanted to use these as tuck-ins, but I have a lot of tuck-ins. So maybe I'll use this one. And again, oh, but this one has a nice cut line. So I don't have to tear this one because there is this nice little line right here. That may have been a part of the design, or it may have been my printer. I don't know. Not sure. Doesn't matter. It's going to work. You might wonder why I'm using this little tiny pad. I do have, I don't have gathered twig in one of the bigger Tim Holtz ink pads. I have all of the colors in these mini ink pads, and I love them because I used to pack around a big suitcase with 60 some different sizes of regular ink pads, and they were heavy, and I just didn't want to carry them everywhere and go to, because I do go to a lot of crafts and stuff. So I got these Tim Holtz ones, and I have all of them, and I have all the re-inkers, so I can just refill them. And there's not a stamp I can't use this on. I'm able to do it. It's nice for me. I have all of them. I think there's 60 in these nice little tins, and I can just take, I try to keep them kind of color, but sometimes I'll just throw like a mixture of colors to go somewhere. And those ones I use all the time. And then I did a thing. I decided when these came out, the Distress Oxides, I decided I needed those too. So I have those. And I think I have all of these that were available when I first got them, but then now there's 13 through 18, sets 13 through 18 that I have coming, and I'm excited about having those. But I will admit, I have, see, that says tuck-in. Well, it's not a tuck-in. I will admit, I don't even know how to use Distress Oxide inks. So I bought a whole bunch of ink pads, and I don't know how to use them. But I do know there are tons of tutorials on YouTube that I can refer to, including ones of Tim Holtz himself, that I can learn how to use them. And one of my friends uses them. She uses them. I think she likes to use mainly the sprays and stuff, but she knows how to use them, so I'm sure if I ask her, she would show me. And if she's watching this video, she's just now finding out that I have them because I did not even tell her that I got them. But I do have them. I'm going to try to use them. And maybe in one of my upcoming projects, you'll see it. Okay, so I have this guy ready to go. And he's going to be a flap, I guess. I'm not sure why I thought he needed to be a flap, but here we are. So I'm getting way carried away on the glue, and I just got some over here, so I need to wipe that off. And then we're just gonna set this right on here. Doesn't have to match up exactly. If some of the edge of the other one shows through, that's okay. And I'll just, oh, I don't like that. Look at that. What am I going to do there? I will figure out something to make that not so noticeable. Okay, so let's see. Why is this one not folding? There we go. Let's see how it's all coming together. And these ones, I just made that. I used my distress pads to make that. There's going to be bulk in here, so it'll stay closer. Okay, so there's the front cover. Going to flip it open. There's going to be something here. Then here's the back cover. See, that was supposed to be the train that went around the track. Oh, well. And we're going to flip this open here. We're going to have this flip with that in it. And then we're going to have a pocket here. And then we're going to have this fun little hidden guy there. All right, so as far as what's next, I wanted to do something with this. I'm not sure, but I really like that image. And then I have all these. I had several sheets of paper left too. Isn't that pretty? I didn't use that. I might use that. I had these musical sheets that if I don't use on this, I can add these to another project. And then I have, set this aside, all of these words and ephemera and tags, cutouts, and these tags. These ones I printed on shimmer paper from Michaels, so that gives it a different look when you tuck them in. And then look at all this stuff. Aren't these amazing? More big tuck-ins, more tags, nice little labels, and just cut-aparts. So this is what I'm going to use to further embellish these. I may use ribbon, some bling, or something like that too. But it's really nice with these kits because you don't have to add a whole bunch of extra stuff. Because look at all these things. Look at how pretty those are. You can do so much with these. And I'm going to embellish it with these. Ooh, that snow globe is beautiful. So, I'm going to finish that off camera because I haven't even distressed these. And some of them I could mount on cardstock. I'm not sure. So, I'm going to finish these off camera and I'll come back with a flip through. So, again, thanks for visiting my channel. I am KathiLee, Crafting with KathiLee. Please come back to my channel and you can subscribe so you'll be notified, and set your notifications so that I can, you can see what I do to finish this off. And again, this is the Holiday Cheer Collection from SilverandSparkles. Pam at SilverandSparkles. There will be a link to her YouTube channel in the description. Go check her out. Also, there is either a link tree or a list of the other designers on the design team. So go check them out. And if you have any ideas of what I should do next on this, pop a note in the comments and I'll maybe implement it in my finished project. So this is just coming together. I like it. Thanks for stopping by. Hit the like button, subscribe, and come back again. And I appreciate all your likes. I appreciate your comments. And have a great Christmas. I may not do another video before Christmas. Oh, sorry. I may not do another video before Christmas, but maybe I will. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and God bless. Good night.